Well, it's about that time of week where I make another podcast. So yeah, that's gonna be fun, and I'm actually kind of excited because I'll start to be able to make more YouTube videos now since school's gonna be out soon. It's that time of year where a lot of us the semester is over, or even more so, we graduate from either high school or college, or I guess elementary or middle school, but no one really gives a shit about those schools. Uh, and honestly, I'm looking forward to the summer. College has been kind of a pain in the ass this semester, and it gives me more time to make videos. The last video I made was what was it? It was the PewDiePie video, which my views have been doing a lot better. I'm actually kind of surprised. My latest video has about my latest video has about 30, 40 views, I think. Last time I checked, maybe it has more. I honestly haven't been keeping track of how good my videos have been doing. But regardless, I'll be able to make more videos upcoming in the future. Right now I'm still planning on doing some stand-up comedy. I've been writing a lot of material for possible bits that I might do in the future. Although a couple of them involve like more sensitive topics, so I'm still deciding whether or not that it's ready to perform with, or if I should wait a little bit and do more and work on it a little bit more. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, because I know I've got like 6 new subscribers now at this point. I'm getting subscribers pretty fast. I'm kind of surprised. I do comedy. I do stand-up comedy. Not all the time, on like special occasions. I try to make it a goal to do it as much as possible, but I don't know. I kind of fell out of that. I don't really totally know what happened with that. The last one I did was probably a few months ago. It was I think February, I think, was the last one I did. It was a few months ago. I think that's up on my channel, my main channel, Tom Boom. If you go look it up, not obviously my my YouTube channel that's called the Boomcast. This is obviously just for the podcasts. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to graduating high school and being done with that and moving on to something else with their lives. I know I am too. It's been a little bit of a rough ride. But yeah, I'm looking forward to moving on and getting other stuff done and moving on to that career. Probably got one more semester before I get my degree, but I'm not totally sure. I'd have to talk with some of the counselors at my college to see what I need to do to get on track for that, to get my diploma. It's kind of sad to see the whole subscribe to PewDiePie meme, and it was a pretty fun meme, and for the most part it had a positive impact. For the most part, people got together with friends and family to get people to subscribe to PewDiePie. You saw YouTubers like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and all these other people say, "Hey, subscribe to PewDiePie. Let's do this. Let's get him to." Let's make sure he stays on top as the #1 most subscribed channel on YouTube. Come on, guys, we need to do this. And for the most part, I think it had a positive impact. While some people could look at the subscribe to PewDiePie meme and say, "Well, I mean, it was kind of just a meme. There wasn't anything special about that." But in reality, I don't really think that's true, though, because if you think about it, there was a deeper meaning behind it. For some people, there was a deeper meaning behind the whole subscribe to PewDiePie thing. For many people, subscribe to PewDiePie meant subscribe to the individual, not the corporation. There was when YouTube first started out back in 2005 or 2006, I think it was 2006. YouTube's motto was broadcast yourself, meaning that anyone and their grandma, if they wanted to, could make some stupid video and then post that on the internet for anyone to see, to get their own chance at being recognized, to get a chance for their own work to be recognized if they're in a position where they may not be able to do it, because most of the things that people see are things that come out of Hollywood, like certain Hollywood movies are the things that people for the most part get to see. And YouTube, in a way, was sort of a platform for someone outside of YouTube to make a name for themselves. And, PewDiePie wasn't definitely not the first person to make a name for themselves off of YouTube. There's been plenty of people who have gotten popular mainly just because of their YouTube videos. For example, like Justin Bieber. Now, some people might have mixed feelings about him, and I'll be honest, I don't really like the guy that much, but you have to recognize that the guy did, if it wasn't for YouTube, he might not have been able to make the kind of career that he did. He probably could have with the musical stuff that he liked to do, but it might have taken longer than usual if it hadn't been for YouTube. Because I think what happened with him was that some big wig in the music industry saw his videos and wanted to give him a platform to speak, to play his music. And I think the same thing was true for like Post Malone. He started out making I think he started out as a Twitch streamer, if I know correctly. And then he got more into music, and then as time went on, he was able to become like a professional musician and start making music for a living. And I think there was also, and he's not a music YouTuber, but there was also a guy named Fred, who for a while was a popular guy on YouTube, and he was actually the first guy to make a million subscribers on YouTube. He was the first guy on YouTube to get 1 million subscribers, and in many ways that's extremely impressive. And he even made it on like Nickelodeon shows like iCarly. Like he made it an appearance on that show, and I actually didn't know who Fred was. The first time I heard of Fred, it wasn't from YouTube. It was actually from iCarly many years ago when I watched that show. And I started watching some of his videos a little while afterwards because I liked his content way back when I was a little kid, And then later on, Nickelodeon actually ended up giving him his own TV show and like 3 movies, I think. A lot of it was kind of terrible, to be honest. Looking back, it wasn't really that good. The whole high-pitched annoying voice thing, it's fine for like a 5-minute YouTube video, but for like an entire episode, it gets pretty annoying. Not gonna lie, so it's a bit annoying. I like it, your ears feel like they start bleeding after a certain amount of time passes you watching that episode. But yeah, I think, but back to the thing I was trying to say, there was a time during YouTube where anyone could upload a video and make their own name for themselves, but and make a name for themselves. But nowadays, it's very different than it was many years ago. YouTube, some of the more popular channels are not individual creators. They're either celebrities or it's a corporation. And we found out, it was revealed, I think, around the time PewDiePie uploaded the ending the subscribe to PewDiePie meme, where T-Series actually passed PewDiePie, and PewDiePie is not the most subscribed channel on YouTube anymore. T-Series is. And the reason why a lot of people don't want to see T-Series become the most subscribed channel on YouTube was because, like I was saying before, PewDiePie represented the individual creator where anyone could, make a name for themselves. But with YouTube is in a new age where that's not the case anymore. the people you see upload videos on YouTube is all these corporations like T-Series or like Jimmy Kimmel or Conan O'Brien or the Ellen Show or all these corporations and celebrities and TVs. They're the channels that are taking the charts as the most popular channels on YouTube. It's not individual creators anymore that are taking those spots. And it represents an end to that era of YouTube, especially if you consider the fact that, if you consider the fact that YouTube has changed their algorithm that no individual creator can actually compromise, where you have to make 10-minute videos every day and you have to upload at least every day, and every video has to be at least 10 minutes long. Most individual creators can never compete with that kind of upload schedule, or would have an extremely hard time having to have that kind of upload schedule unless they were like a Let's Play channel or something like that. And even if you made those kinds of videos where you could upload at least once a day with once every day with that in each video is at least 10 minutes long, you're gonna start feeling burnout, because that's really hard to do for one person to do with the recording the video, editing the video, and all this, sort of stuff. And it's what Jacksepticeye went through. I think Jacksepticeye was the person who sort of talked about the whole YouTube burnout sort of situation, where he was just forcing himself to upload, to keep making all of these videos to meet YouTube's ridiculous grind. And of course there was like even Jaden Animations was complaining about burnout, and I remember YouTube, like Team YouTube, sent her a tweet saying, "Hey, you don't have to work so hard. You can always take a break. It's fine." That's not what your algorithm says. Like your algorithm says, "Hey, you gotta upload every day, and each video has to be at least 10 minutes long. Otherwise, you're not gonna your video's not gonna perform as well." Okay. And it makes it really hard, especially for those who want to make it big on YouTube, because the kind of algorithm that YouTube is pushing is something that only large corporation channels can actually accomplish, because they have a massive team behind them that could compete with that kind of upload schedule, because they have that sort of team where they can upload one single video every day. Most people don't have that kind of schedule. Most people have like maybe a small team of people working on the videos. It's not enough to be able to compete with that kind of schedule. So yeah, it's and it is kind of sad to see this whole subscribe to PewDiePie meme. And I know I've said that a couple times, but I really wish PewDiePie didn't have to say he would end it, because for the most part, I believe that this meme did a lot of positives. As I've mentioned, people got together, like supporting the individual creator. The only reason that PewDiePie decided to end the meme was because the mainstream media fucking sucks. Because there have been some like bad apples who are degenerates and have been taking this meme and have been using it for other nefarious purposes. Like, for example, there was one guy, I heard about this story a couple months ago, and PewDiePie actually mentioned it in his video. There was a guy who, in Brooklyn and New York, I think, he spray painted a World War II memorial thing that had a whole bunch of military veterans' names on them, and someone spray painted it, the front of it, which basically said "subscribe to PewDiePie." I know PewDiePie demonized the act, but there was also, and I think nobody saw this coming, was when that guy from New Zealand, that Christchurch shooter, shot up when he was live streaming that shootout, or like the shooting. Right before he did that, he said, "Subscribe to PewDiePie," like, and no one really saw that coming, I don't think, except for like maybe, the mainstream media who here's what I hate about the media. They always look for a reason to hate PewDiePie and to like demonize PewDiePie and accusing of all these things. I've read a couple articles about PewDiePie recently, and the way they talk about the subscribe to PewDiePie meme, they make it sound like as if the subscribe to PewDiePie meme was being used for mostly terrorist attacks. Besides the Christchurch shooting and besides the asshole who spray painted the World War II memorial, what other things have people done that was a terrorist like? It's been mostly used for positive reasons. They're making it sound like people have been using it for terrorists. It's to put it in President Trump's words, it's fake news. Most people don't do that. They've been using it for positive reasons, for as a positive reason for like wanting to support the individual creator and getting together with family. It's done all these accomplishments too, where PewDiePie wanted to shout out other YouTube channels, and also he did live streaming events where he raised thousands of dollars in charity for like kids who were starving in like India and Africa and all these other places. But the mainstream media, they don't care about any of that. They just want to care about their quotas and whether or not see what kind of bad stuff PewDiePie is, so they can demonize him and get more and get those extra clicks and get that extra ad revenue. Because who gives a fuck about the truth? Apparently, it's not the media. They hate PewDiePie. They hate that he can get so many subscribers from doing like Let's Plays and stuff, and they hate the other YouTubers because they can essentially make videos by doing similar types of content, like uploading news and making news videos and all that kind of stuff. People can make a living off of that on YouTube, but they don't like that because they have to go to journalism school and all this sort of stuff, and they're upset they don't have a personality to meet with some of these other YouTube creators, so they want to tear them down by going after PewDiePie. I think I just went on a little bit of a rant there, but yeah, I don't really like what the media does to PewDiePie. The way they smear the subscribe to PewDiePie meme by saying it's a terrorist act. The way they demonize it, saying he's doing it. People are doing it for political racism, racial or nationality sort of reasons. It's just fucking stupid. It's for the most part just an internet trend. And for the people who really do take this meme seriously, they take it seriously for positive reasons. They take it seriously for that reason I mentioned, like for supporting the individual creator, and I think for the most part, even the Christchurch shooter who said subscribe to PewDiePie right before he shot up those two mosques, I don't think he even gave a fuck about the whole subscribe to PewDiePie. I mean, he was just some fucking loser who wasted his life on 4chan and all of these other dumb internet memes, and he just happened to know that subscribe to PewDiePie was like the latest internet trendy meme, and he just wanted to say that before he shot up a whole bunch of innocent people. And he didn't give a shit about subscribe to PewDiePie. He just wanted to be part of the meme, the movement. That besides being part of like a trend, the subscribe to PewDiePie meme didn't mean anything to him. To the people who that meme didn't mean to them, it meant it to them for positive reasons, to support the individual and all that other stuff. It meant to them. It meant a lot to them for positive reasons. The Christchurch shooter, if this never became an internet trend, he couldn't care less about it. But yeah, it was nice to see how they wrapped up the whole subscribe to PewDiePie meme. There was there's a guy on YouTube. He used to be on Fiverr named Voiceover Pete, who apparently he and a team of people created a banner for an airplane for him to fly around New York City, and the banner said "Subscribe to PewDiePie" with PewDiePie's logo with the P and the little bro fist sort of place behind the plane for the banner. And he actually flew that the day of the day after this whole subscribe to PewDiePie meme ended, and which from an outsider's perspective seems a little bit crappy, considering PewDiePie said he wanted this meme to end, and PewDiePie agrees that he wants the meme to end, but at the same time, the people who worked on that plain banner worked several weeks to get that banner up, and it took a lot of money and hard work to get that banner up, and they couldn't really just not fly it because PewDiePie said the meme was dead, because that's just wasting everyone's hard work on that banner. That's just probably hours worth of hard work just gone to waste. And PewDiePie understands for the most part, and even he said it was sort of a way to just wrap up the whole subscribe to PewDiePie meme. But yeah, sad to see the meme end. I kind of enjoyed the meme. I kind of said, I put subscribe to PewDiePie as a hashtag to get people to click on it, And it's funny, I didn't upload the latest video I uploaded, the how the media treats PewDiePie. That wasn't meant to be uploaded. I didn't make that video because of the ending the subscribe to PewDiePie meme video. I actually was making that video. That video was, I was filming it for the past couple of days, and PewDiePie just happened to make that video when I was about to upload it, like the day after I was going to upload it, which in my opinion, it was sort of good timing, because I think with the whole PewDiePie thing going on would, I think it would generate a lot of traffic to say, oh, what's this about, One of the stupidest fucking things I hear whenever I hear someone talk about Avengers Infinity War, Endgame, or just about Thanos in general, this plot hole that I hear people complain about is, well, why does he have to kill half of all life in the universe? Why can't he just double the resources for everyone in the universe? Because there'd be no fucking villain. Do you really think Captain America, if he had that kind of plan, Thanos, he would say, what? He wants to use the Infinity Stones to double resources for all life in the universe? That's terrible. Avengers, we need to stop him. No, that's stupid. Like, at that point, the Avengers would be the bad guys, because he's trying to stop Thanos from doing a good deed. It's not evil enough. In order to be the villain, he has to have some sort of sinister motive. Doubling the resources is not a sinister motive. Killing half of all life, that's pretty sinister if you ask me. So, I recently bought the Joker DLC for Smash Brothers, and some of you Persona fans are going to be triggered by this, but I've never played the Persona games. Oh my god, you're talking about the Persona games, and you're not allowed to talk about Joker and Smash Brothers if you never played the Persona games. I've played Persona a little bit. I'm a little bit disappointed with the DLC in the sense that I get it was because Joker was the new character, but it was mostly the DLC mostly came with things that were Persona related. I was kind of hoping they'd have other stuff too besides that. I mean, when I was seeing all this extra stuff that you were getting, like besides a new character in a stage, I was hoping there'd be like extra stuff, but I get it, like it was a Persona thing. It makes me want to play the actual Persona 5 video game, but I can't buy it right now because Amazon, it's not in stock at Amazon until like May 6th, so it's not even in stock for at least a couple more days, so I have to wait a couple more days before I can actually order it. I think Persona, or like I think Joker, he's an alright character. I don't think he's that special. He's kind of like a combination of different characters from previous from like other characters from Smash Brothers. Like he has a counter, a quick dash, and all of this other sort of stuff. And it feels like a character that rewards bad luck. Like if you get enough damage, then like his stand or whatever will come out and you'll do like extra damage or something like that. I'm not a big fan of him. I don't really think he's that great of a character. So there's some good news involving the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer that came out. That trailer was it was something. I don't really know how to describe it. It was just not the best. But words got out that they're going to fix it. The guy who directed that movie, he made a tweet where he pretty much said, yeah, so yeah, it sucks. We can see the error in our ways, and we're gonna try to fix it coming up in a couple of months, or in a few months in November. They're probably gonna have to push that movie back. I'm no expert on like CGI art and all that, but all the scenes that they made with Sonic, they're gonna have to reanimate all those scenes now that they're going to change up Sonic's design. That's gonna be. I'm no expert, but that's probably gonna take. They're squeezing in a lot of time in order to do all that in like 6 months. It might take longer than 6 months. I imagine they might postpone this movie just so they have more time to. Oh shit! Am I recording? Ah, damn! Fuck! I forgot to press record on. Fuck me. Damn, I forgot to press record. My fellow SoundCloud listeners can't see this, but I forgot to press record for my YouTube fucking video. So yeah, there's gonna be an awkward point in time where you can't see my face. So yeah, sorry about that. I guess that was just me being stupid there. I'll remember to not make that mistake again. But yeah, I wonder how they're actually going to pull this off, redoing all of this in like 6 months. That's not, from my understanding, that's not a lot of time to get done all the CGI they need to for the movie. It takes long, especially for like a big Hollywood sort of movie. I imagine they are going to have to postpone it just so they have more time to finish up everything. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I am kind of looking forward to this movie just so I can see how it would go. I don't have a lot of faith in video game movies. I think a lot of them are just going to turn out to be garbage. There's no hope in a video game movie turning out good, in my opinion. I guess that's one thing Mario and Sonic have in common. Mario can now sympathize with Sonic and having a shitty movie, if that's the case. It's okay, Sonic. I had a shitty movie too, way back in like 1989 or fucking something like that. Some stupid fucking Mario bigwigs decided to make me into a movie. It was fucking bullshit. Like, what the hell is it up with the Koopas having really big human-sized bodies and a small head or something like that? It was a really weird movie. I watched some of the Mario movie. It was a really weird. I didn't like it. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Boomcast. If you like this video, please subscribe. And also check out my main channel, Tom Boom, where I make comedy skits and all that. And yeah, this has been the Boomcast. And I'm signing off for this week. Hope you all have a good day. Bye-bye.